Hey guys, it's been a while. Can you hear me? The sound check first. Welcome to my stream, everyone. Thank you for trying to fool me, Shatan. It's been a while. I had a hard time setting up everything. I hope everyone is alright. Thanks for tuning in. So, as you guys can see, my setup also has changed a bit. Since I'm lazy, I don't want to build up like my green screen, etc. So I figured I would just, stream from my living room instead. And yeah, by doing that I save a lot of time, so maybe this way I will stream more frequent. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I see a lot of new faces, but also like a lot of old faces. Why wouldn't he? So today we want to talk a bit about, my YouTube channel, I guess. I figured I want to try to give it another chance and do some content in the future. Maybe not the same type I did before, like more, chill content where I just tune in, talk a bit, doing some funsies, giving you guys some impressions, and also I wanted to talk a bit about the recent event I've attended. And yeah, thanks everyone. Hey Alex. Hey Viking. Good to see you around and thanks for the sub. So yeah, why are we here today? Basically, the people who followed me in the past knew why I kinda quitted streaming. It had a lot of reasons beside me being lazy. Some of the main reasons were the updates, I guess, that we had in the past, especially the Osiris League updates. With when they announced that we cannot, cast the matches anymore and not review them, beside tuning into the main channels. I kind of lost my interest, since that was like one of the most fun parts, I think, on that channel. Yeah, I saw Shocky. By the way, thanks Furious for also hosting me and letting me advert my link on your Discord. Great guy. You should definitely check him out. I've met him in Cologne as well. He's my man. Daddy Furious. But yeah, why are we here today? First of all, I want to talk a bit about the Cologne event that I've attended, the community meetup, for those that haven't seen it yet. I want to share some impressions. I want to talk a bit about how it was, how I experienced it, what we did there, what you guys probably missed. And yeah, I think we can probably just dive into that. Thanks for subscribing me. Just subscribed. I think the name isn't showing properly. I'm sorry for that. I think I actually need to fix all the stuff that I've set it up a while ago. Thanks Alex Krusler for subbing, and thanks Maurice Jansen for subbing. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, what are we going to do? Now let me switch my scenery. Let's see if I can actually do that. So yeah, I attended at the Rock meetup. For those that haven't seen it or haven't seen it on social medias or other YouTube channels yet, there was an event hosted by Lilith a couple days ago, to be correct, like 2 days ago on Saturday in Cologne. And I did a bunch of pictures. I took a bunch of pictures. There is a lot of pictures online, so I try to not repeat all the pictures that you've probably seen. I've tried to take one of the pictures or some of the pictures I did, and give you guys some impressions of the event. I want to talk about what the devs already announced from my point of view. I think some other YouTubers covered already big parts, but not everything. And yeah, that's why we are kinda here. So let me read the chat again. I can't do everything at the same time. I kinda forgot how that works. Too many things popping up everywhere. Hey guys, can you greet Marek? Yes, Marek, you're a nice dude. Greetings. Yes, I know that I'm in the Furious last video. I think some of you guys from your kingdom as well. I think Echidna is also on it, and he will probably be on my video as well, on the pictures later on. I don't know about his feeds, man. You can ask him, I guess. Nope, I haven't recruited Baba. I actually haven't tried. I also think I heard he's kind of retired, like his son is playing, so I'm not sure if you actually want to recruit him at the moment. But he was there as well, so at least I met him in person. Okay, so let's dive in. On the back of my picture of my screen, you already see Cologne. I mean, the weather wasn't nice at this day. But yeah, I figured I will start the gallery with a short picture outside. That was like right in front of the location. Basically the view when you came out of the location. You are looking at the dome right here. Can you see my mouse? I'm actually not sure. I don't think you can. Can you? Yeah, you should. That's the dome and the bridge in front of it, and like the location were kinda on this side here. So that's what we that's the view that we experienced when we came out of the location, basically. Let me answer the question. By the way, how many people did you recruit? You mean on the event or in general? Viking. Anyway, like, I will buy this both in general. So in general, I think already, like prior that event, we recruited around 10-ish people already into the kingdom after KVK. We still have like a very, very small amount of slots left, like 6 to 7 slots, I would say. But yeah, there is like a heavy amount of applications. So it's basically just figuring out which ones we want to get in finally. And yeah, we are kinda closed already, like we are just trying to figure out the best way to go at the moment for the remaining slots and prepare for the next KVK, I guess. So let's talk a bit about the event, that's why we are here, I think. So yeah, let's go into it. That's the event location from outside. What I have to say is like Lilith put in a lot of efforts on the decoration part, as you can see already in front, like this Boudica banner right here. You can see like the door already had like some stickers with Rise of Kingdoms and stuff. So the area outside was already like quite nice decorated. Yes, I could Shoki. I was on Enforcer for a while, and yeah, it was but it was basically over. Like when I logged in, it was already kinda GG. So yeah, it is like it is, I guess. And no, like we had to turn down Spartan's application. I think he's a cool dude, like he did good content, but we want people to actually fight as well, and I don't think that his level of activity would fit, as he already mentioned. Like we have some sort of requirements in place, and we also don't want to, you know, get people in and make them unhappy by their decision to come here, because it's headache for both. They have to invest into passports, so we are pretty direct with what we believe, you know, if a player fits or not. It should be always something that both parties benefit from. You're welcome, Irene. You're very welcome. I mean, I didn't do much. I think my other duckies did way more. Yeah, especially Morant, that you mentioned already. So let's get in. Like everyone who got on the event, as you can see, got like a limited kinda ID for the event. The ID contained a picture of our choice and the name. Like I could also write something else on it. I gave them all the infos in advance, and they basically printed down our player IDs, our player cards, along our nicknames, the highest power, kill points at that time. Yes, it looks a bit dead weighty. I said the same. I was like, guys, why didn't you took the stats after our KVK? That would have been way better. But yeah, it is like it is, I guess. That was prior to the last KVK. But I think the idea was quite cool. It was really nice. Like I think that's a great way to introduce people. You could already basically, you know, recognize some players just from their tags. You could walk along the floor and like there were people sitting around. They all had their governor profiles on it, so it was kind of easy to connect. And as you guys know, Rock is like a small village, and everyone kind of knows everyone. And yeah, I've met a lot of people that I've talked to in different groups, several German peeps from different chats, some kingdoms from different kingdoms. It was like a really good time, and I connected to a bunch of people. But yeah, let's dive into it. After we got our governor profile IDs, we could enter the event. In the beginning, we had, you know, like a small schedule on the side, so you could read already what's planned. There was also, I think, a schedule with a time frame on the monitor, but I missed to take a picture of that as well. And no, I didn't do any pictures with Chisco. I felt like it's, you know, awkward to run to people and ask them for pictures. Also, I'm not a, you know, big fan of doing things like that, so yeah. Whatever, but I did some pictures with some other people that we met there, like some cool dudes we were hanging around with. Yeah, in the beginning I will try to zoom in so you can read it a bit as well. Actually, the first two parts I somehow missed. Like when we came in, it was a bit messy. I think we were a bit early as well. Leo was, like the dev from Lilith, was a bit busy as well with different stuff. So I think we actually didn't manage to do the get your troop sticker thingies. At least I got none. I actually missed that part, but I also haven't recognized it afterwards. I also haven't seen anyone actually with it. The player bingo was actually quite funny for people to, you know, get in touch with it. There were things like find Cortex, go to Chisco and say hi, go to Baba and shake his hands and stuff like this. So basically we were going on the nerves of certain people if you attended at this bingo. But the main reason was kind of, you know, I guess to get people in touch. But I figured it worked quite well anyway. Like the people there were very talkative, at least some of them. And it wasn't really hard to get into conversations, especially since, you know, rock was the main topic. And yeah, everyone who came there obviously played rock. Pretty active, I would say. Also, there were like a lot of funny stories, like, you know, people meeting the first time there, like they hated each other in game, not knowing each other, and yeah, then they are staying right in front of each other for the first time, and I think they kinda, you know, took their issues aside afterwards, so that was quite funny to see that the game also connected people. How do you think people have reacted to constant Archer and Inf main jokes? Actually, I think there were not many people doing this type of jokes. I think people there are more mature than you, Schatten. So I cannot really answer that question yet. So let's see, what else can we see? I will drag it here so I look at least a bit into the direction of the camera. After the player bingo and mingling, we kinda got to talk to the devs. So apparently Lilith did some, you know, like in the beginning when you signed up for the events, there was a section on the form where you could actually fill questions that you have. And they picked the most frequent asked questions, which we will also talk about in a couple minutes. And went through them, kinda gave us some insights, what they planned. They had like one of the lead devs around to actually give us some reliable informations that you might not know about yet. You could also do some, you know, you can ask some questions on the flight, like everyone who wanted to could do like one more question afterwards, and they tried to answer them as much as possible. And I've tried to, you know, like take some notes at least on the most relevant questions, I would say. And we will talk about them in a moment. The next part is a lucky spin in games. I have to actually say they put a lot of efforts into great prizes. I did a bunch of pictures from it. Some people were like super lucky. They got amazing stuff. And I think that was pretty cool. I don't think that's actually needed for a community meetup, I think. But yeah, it was nice goodie. So I will show you guys my loot afterwards as well. And yeah, at the end there were some like farewell and gifts, which I also think, like I don't think the gift part is needed. I think those meetups would have been very cool even without all the gifts, and if they could do those meetups more frequent without gifts, I would also appreciate it. But obviously, you know, no one complains about freebies, I guess. So yeah, that's the entrance hall, like where we also took like a group picture in front of that later on. I have that on my gallery as well. And yeah, let's. I will show you some decoration parts first before we dive into the Q&A they did with us. So you can see like a lot of bigger commander. How can you say paper models? Is that the right term? I don't know what means what that term means in English. The gifts must be making a really big. Wait, I can't read that. dent in their pockets, I'm sure. Oh, I'm pretty sure that, you know, the people who are there probably paid most of the gifts already in their accounts, but yeah, I think they will survive, but it's a nice gesture for sure. Like, you will see later what I mean. That's, by the way, also a part of the gifts. You can see like those Saladin statues, and if you pay close attention, you see they have like, you know, slight different facial impressions, like all of them. And what's very funny is that wasn't intended, like they are all handmade. And they were supposed to, you know, look the same, but like every one of those looked a bit different, which is quite cool, so they are kind of unique. I got one of them as well, I can, you know, show it later on the camera, if you guys want. And yeah, that's like a small part of the freebies that they use to decorate the area in the beginning, and later they give them out. Also, there were like, you know, small things like that laying everywhere on the tables, etc. So it was pretty well done. They created a nice atmosphere, and that's it. So let's talk about the Q&A they did. I will just read the question they kind of asked. Yes, I got a Saladin Romano. Yeah, the real life Saladin unlock. I think I even have a picture of it on the... Let me see. We will see later, I guess. I don't want to tap through all the pictures and spoiler you guys beforehand. So let's talk about the, I think it were 10 main questions they did, including the question I asked. So yeah, what's one of the main priorities for the rock devs in 2K24? Yeah, they actually said they want to improve the lags. Like the main goal for Lilith actually is to improve the lags, especially in bigger KVKs. I think they finally realized that it's very, you know, unpleasant if you have to deal with it non-stop. This one is only for Baba. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think actually Baba isn't playing that much anymore. I think for him it was more like, you know, a community event. Matt Phantom, for example, also has been there, and from what I got told, I think he quit it as well. So yeah, some people are still connected to the community and wanted to do some community work. Like, people know them. It's kind of an event for both sides, you know. So yeah, the main important thing for Lilith actually is to fix the lags and, you know, make the game more enjoyable for everyone. The second question was, and actually I don't know why anyone is asking for it yet, when do you guys release VIP 19? Good news for all the people who haven't even reached 18 yet. They don't intend to release VIP 19 anytime soon. They even said they consider using, like, you know, creating a different shop for VIP points. So something, you know, like an in-game shop where you could turn in VIP points for goodies. So that could be a valid way to, you know, get rid of the VIPs, the spare VIPs. It would be quite good, I think, if they say, okay, VIP 18 is a bottleneck. Because let's be honest, besides the like heavy spenders, the regular players will never reach VIP 19. But yeah, I think if they give the VIP points some different sort of value, that's also cool. And I think that's a good way actually to, you know, bypass the VIP 19 issue. Yeah, for any reason people actually asked for the next KVK mode. Hey Frogboy man, thanks for tuning in. For any reason they asked for a new mode. I personally think we have a lot of modes, and I haven't even played all of them, so for me there is no reason to ask for any new mode, but people want to see different stuff. And they actually announced that there will be a very, very different KVK mode, timeline-wise and pace-wise. Probably the zones, I guess, are meant with that. So you could also, you know, alternate with gate openings, etc., from how I understood it, and that would be quite cool. So you could, for example, plan around fests like Christmas or like, you know, Asian holidays or whatever the case is, like the Asian New Year, Chinese New Year. So that's, you know, some big stuff for people, and people don't want to miss it. So you, as a kingdom leadership, you have the opportunity to actually plan around those things if you pay some attention. VIP 17 or 18? I already got VIP 18, Shoki. So yeah, I'm ready for 19, I would say. Not to max it right away, but to start grinding gems again. But I think the majority of players is not ready, so probably it's better if they just leave it as it is. I wouldn't say whale, but yeah, my account is pretty old, so at any point I should reach it. I don't want to talk about that, Sharton. there is things that should never get discovered, and one of these things is the secret of how much you spend on a game like this. Think you're not happy afterwards if you know the answer. Then the next question was, do you guys plan to implement more ranged commanders? And yeah, they actually plan to do more ranged commanders. They gave us a small hint that that will be most likely wheel commanders, and they intend to do the leadership counterparts, especially for rallies and garrisons they mentioned in the MGE. What is a boomer to me is the potential of VIP 19 coming later after people use their tokens. Yes, I agree with that, Maurice. I actually agree with that, and I don't know. I think they might give us an announcement beforehand. I don't think they will implement a shop and VIP 19. I think if they implement a shop, that's it. Like, there will be no VIP 19. But if they kind of let us drain our VIP tokens, that would be kind of shitty. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they will do some sort of announcement beforehand. And my account is nearly 1.6k days old, and I'm still 330k off. See, my account is over 1.9k days old, so I guess you're good to go, man. That's like 1k average per day to get there. Will you rework old commanders? A pretty interesting question in my opinion. They actually plan to rework older commanders, but not in a way we expect, they said. And they also said they will focus mainly on artworks, like how it looks, the models, etc. So it sounds to me like they plan to update the cosmetics, but they don't really want to like make old commanders viable. Even though I believe with Siege of Orleans KVK, they made a pretty good use case for older commanders and accounts. Shoki, do you guys already have a kingdom on your mind against which you want to fight? Actually not, because I can explain that pretty simple in a couple words. We had two very tough KVKs over the last 2 seasons. Yeah, and we are pretty drained. Like, I don't think we can actually keep up another third KVK on like high pace in a row. Because, yeah, a lot of us are at 100 days or less speed ups. Some are even completely out of speed ups and or resources. So we definitely gonna do a recovery season. We already planned on when we're gonna sign again, but I think we will probably aim for any winnable but not too hard matchup for the next KVK before we go for hard ones as well. Schatten with the trash talk coming in. Do zebras have black or white stripes? That's a very poetical question. I don't have an answer for that one, I'm sorry. So the next question, and that's actually very important, and I would actually recommend you guys to listen. When do you release a new gear update? And the answer was pretty simple. They said around New Year, like around January, but they gave us a hint to stop crafting, to stop using and consuming materials. The reason why is probably pretty simple. I think that's just some sort of recommendation to, be prepared for the new update, to get ready and, stack up some blueprints, stack up some materials. And whatever they roll out, you can immediately react and, push your accounts. I think that's critical for garrisons and rallies probably, but also for like regular accounts that could be beneficial. We got no details on actually how the update should look like. There were some screens a while ago shared on some events where they show that you have to use blueprints as well as the materials to upgrade your current gear. But they already clarified they are still in the testing phase and nothing is decided yet. They are still collecting feedback, they are still doing tests on how it plays out on certain commanders, combinations, etc. And there is no final decision on how they actually want to roll it out. And yeah, we will probably see more infos regarding that very soon. The next question, I was surprised that that's like one of the most, frequent asked questions, but they apparently get asked a lot if they plan to do some futuristic elements as well. So that they don't only rely on historical stuff in the game, but also on stuff, like future stuff, spaceships or anything like this from how I got it. And yeah, luckily they said they won't implement those features, or at least they don't plan it yet, and they want to stick to historical stuff, which I think is the right way to go. Everything else would be a bit awkward. Yes. So also from what I got, but I wasn't 100% sure, I wasn't paying 100% attention. I think they wanted to give us opportunities to reach out to them in future, or for example for new civs, etc., to give them inputs on how they could actually design them. So you could give them some inputs on what you're missing, what you would like to see, etc., etc. The next question I really liked is, will you do more community events in the future? And luckily they said yes. They actually plan to do them more frequent. I think they are doing like 3 community events in Cologne over the next 2 weeks. There will be also one for Call of the Dragons next weekend, I think, and then another one for AFK Arena. So they actually told us that they really enjoyed the event, also the feedback, etc. they got. I also noticed that a lot of the devs, always had their smartphones ready, and whenever they were talking to people, they also took some notes on like what they discovered if you gave them feedback. So the event itself was probably quite cool for that. And I would love to see more of those events, because it was really an enjoyable evening, as you guys will see on the pictures later on. Call of the Dragons was yesterday. Thank you for correcting that. AFK Arena and Warpath are next weekend. I'm not playing Call of the Dragons, so I'm not too hyped about that one, but I would definitely attend on more Rise of Kingdoms meetups, especially if they are like near my location or like in the countries around me, I guess. So I could, do vacations and go to a meetup. I think that's probably quite cool. Another big topic was Ark of Osiris. Both the regular mode as well as the Osiris League. What I really liked is they announced new features to make, I quote them right now and I hope they actually mean it. They want to make Ark more esports ready. And that means we can expect stuff like, rewatching matches features, spectating features again. There will be more events like Osiris League coming in the future, where you can actually participate in they call it like esports-like environment. Similar to the Grand Prix, for example, which would be quite cool. I hope it's not like you have to have the most power to attend and then you get like Grand Prix rules, but there is some sort of like qualifier where everyone plays on same conditions and can qualify for the finals, playoffs, whatever they do. And also they announced that there will be seasonal maps probably, like they are testing and debating about whether they want to implement that or not. And they consider doing seasonal maps for both KVK and ARK, whatever that means, I guess. Maybe different like maps in like we know from Olymp for ARK, but also maybe KVK modes with alternating or like individual maps. I mean, that would be pretty nice and something new. So let me read the chat again. It would be nice to play Recovery KVK against 2359. Yeah, Schatten at his trash talk. Do Zeros don't want an easy star. I bet we play versus 2268. Maybe. I actually don't know. What's the power right now? Damn, in Nile KVK. Oh, I would like to avoid Nile. I really didn't like the mode. But I hear it got a big rework, so it's might worth looking into it again. There is someone who really much... there is really someone who has much time to play all these games. There is for sure, like... Some people have a ridiculous amount of time to play all those games. And I mean, if you got the time and you can afford and whatever, then why not? In the end, it's a hobby, and I always say rather you play, games like that than throwing all your money into a bar, I guess. Or do both. I mean, it's fun. It's all fun. Why are pizza boxes square even though pizzas are round? That's another very poetical question, Marek. Has there been any golden apples at the event? Sadly not. Sadly not. 2268 have 600 billion and 170 billion KP in 2 alliances, so it looks like a possible matchup. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but some people on the event also told me that the matchups, like the KVK matchups, are handpicked. I really can't believe that's the case, but I heard it a couple times there. Apparently that's like stuff they got told from VIP support, so I'm not sure how reliable that is, but that would explain certain matchups. The only real golden apples are in Prague. Yeah, that's right. But what happens in Prague stays in Prague, right? They are still Imperium. So I guess it's probably unlikely we gotta match them. And again, without the t-shirt. Yeah, maybe I will wear it next time when I stream Zeta. Should be in KVK that gives more speeds and resources like recovery KVK, but only able to be picked like 1 and 5 KVKs. That would be quite good, but if you are looking to save some speed ups, I guess Desert Conquest is the way to go. If you've played Desert Conquest, there is some currency called healing potions. And healing potions actually reduce basically the whole healing cost, both resource-wise and speed-ups-wise, by 50%. So that's probably the recovery KVK mode you want to have. And no, I don't dislike your t-shirt setup. That's not right. This is why they don't wanted to see the 903 versus 2359. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, let's dive into the next pictures, I guess. That's, by the way, the cake. Like, after the devs talked, there were like a small period of time where you could eat a bit, where they had a cake. And for those of you guys who've paid attention to the in-game events, that's one of the anniversary cakes. And if I recall right, it was also the birthday of Cheesecake, which was, you know, quite funny because they first talked about the cake and then cheesecakes, and people were making jokes about it. But yeah, the cake was quite cool. As you look at, it's like super impressive. It's like a nice cake right there, and I really enjoyed tasting it. I was lucky I got like the, you know, rock from the cake. Looking a bit, you know, weird, but yeah, ignore that and just look at the cake. That was my piece of cake below it. No, it actually wasn't cold there. It was actually warm. Hey, Baba. How are you doing, man? I think you're on some pictures as well. The guy next to you looks jealous about the cake. That's Gmo-like for those who don't know him. Yes, I'm hiding my gray hair. As you can see, it's like really gray. I mean, it's not too much hair, I guess. So here you could see the cake again from a different perspective. That's, by the way, my boy Furious. I'm not sure if he is still on the chat. Shoutouts to him. Really fun guy, really nice to talk to. That's Echidna from 2359. I think we're having a competition who has less hair, but I think maybe he won, I don't know. You guys can tell right now, I guess. We are hanging around with our boy CC here. There is another picture of us with a few people hanging around. There is also some of the gifts we got. Yeah, there is a small picture of the raffle they did. As you can see, that were the prizes that they were giving around. It was around 50 people, so everyone got some prizes. And yeah, they put in a lot of like rock gift cards. Each gift card contained, I think, 10k gems. Some calendars. I think I have mine ready here, so I can just, you know, hold it in. Like, that's a calendar. It's a pretty cool one, like with artworks on every side. I don't know if you can see it properly. So that's pretty nice. Some official cups. I also have pictures of it later on. More calendars, keychains, like some keychains with gift cards, etc. Like different, let's call it reward tiers. They put in some headsets, some memorial bracelets, which look pretty cool. A Saladin figurine, which is amazing. I luckily got one of those. I will show you guys that one later for the Cuff gang. The Razer keyboard, Razer Basilisk gaming mouse, AirPods, more gaming gear, and last but not least, an iPhone 15 Pro. which is honestly like a lot of stuff. Like everyone got some stuff, and everyone also got a limited box when you left the occasion, the event. So overall, they did a lot of really fancy stuff, and I will show you some pictures of it now. That's, by the way, where they had most of the prizes, you know, piled up. As you can see, like the Black Widow, the headsets. Here is the iPhone, some earpods, limited boxes. Those also, I think, contains the city theme, which I sadly didn't get my hands on. But I think besides that, I got pretty much most of the merch. Oh yeah, here the 10k gems. I instantly turned them in and wasted everything on the egg event. What did the chat? Chisco won the hair competition. Man, that's savage. But yeah, I guess. I'm a good farmer too. Can I follow you to 101? I mean, they probably appreciate every farmer over there. And also, that's not, you know, given out yet, but everyone who attended got a limited avatar frame. That's like the dome and the bridge in Cologne, which I showed you from the first picture, which is quite cool. I can't wait to get mine. I think it looks amazing. A really, really cool artwork. Here I took the picture from someone who posted it, who got very lucky. That's like Gimo-like, German and Burger. They put together their stuff to take a picture of most of this merch that you could get. That's the cups. That's the Viking books, like a notebook where you can type in or like write in your stuff. The Saladin figurine. The gold sculpture, that one looked pretty cool. It's sad that like this one is in front of it, but we will see it soon. Never changes sin. You also got something for me. No, I don't. Not for you, man. You are asking too many stupid questions, bro. Can't deal with that. The caps, I think I also got a cap somewhere laying around. Yeah, here I think. The rock cap. I got the cup. I got like, there is like some Lilith cups, like coffee cups, pretty cool ones. They have the same in their office, they told us. They look pretty nice. I haven't tried them yet, but I will. That's this one, like no, this one here in this color. I got the book, I got the cup, I got one of those plates here for the glasses. Like my glasses are staying on rock merch. I got my player ID, obviously. I got a golden sculpture. I think that's it, or? Let me see. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and the mouse pad. I forgot the mouse pad. You could see it here. But I also have it. Let me see if I can put it onto the camera. That's the mouse pad they gave away. I will also come a bit closer. Can you see that? Maybe I should go back to the full screen, I guess. Let me see a moment. Full camera. That's the mouse pad. I think that's looking pretty dope and I will probably use it. Maybe during KVK. And also it came like with those really fancy and good looking boxes. Meet and Greet, Rise of Kingdoms Cologne. Like the package and stuff, everything looks amazing. They put in a lot of efforts into all those details. Like the lines, logos on all the sides. I was missing the ducks, I guess. It's a bit sad, a bit unfortunate. I wish there would be a duck on it. So let's go back to, which scenery was it? This one, yes. Yeah, the Saladin is amazing. I don't know if you could see it, but it's staying in my showcases there. That's, by the way, a picture of all the people who wanted to be on it from the attendance. Obviously, I closed my eyes. But yeah, like you could see a lot of nice faces around here. The Lilith stuff sitting here in the front. And we are all having a really good time. There is Chisco and Baba. I think he was on stream a couple minutes ago. Where is Furious? Let me see. Oh, here he is. He's hiding. That's the scenery when you left the view. Like the view was the location where we attended at the meetup. And that's the scenery you were looking at night. as you can see, that's looking pretty dope. Like whoever picked that place did a great research on Lilith, from Lilith, I think. Yes, that's a GameCube. Actually, I don't know if you can see it, but there is like a lot of retro consoles in my showcases. I'm kind of collecting them. There is more, say, over there, like old Game Boys, etc. and games. That's me with my Saladin. That's the one I got. With that facial impression. And as you can see, as I say, I think they are handmade. Like, they all looked a bit different. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Yes, Eshi was asking about you. He was really curious. Now I took some pictures of my loot. Face looks like Cynic asking for more builders. Yeah, man, I'm doing the same one, like when, you know, when I mark, okay guys, let's build a flag and no one is going there beside me, Morant and our alts. I'm also like, come on guys, like, are you serious? No, that's creepy, I don't do that. So that's my Saladin again. That's my play ID where I look like dead weight, but I think I worked my way out of that. That's actually a phone case. I haven't unpacked it before. I can just show it here. It's actually a pretty nice one, like a Lilith, not phone case, but a phone stand. Like you could, you know, take your phone, just put it on it. It's holding pretty nice. I actually liked that one a lot. It also came with like a bag for your phone, but I don't really use those, so that's kind of like whatever for me. But the stand is pretty nice. That's some sort of like pin. I actually haven't figured out what that means. Like I have that one here. Anyone knows what that means? Like what the icon of that is? Is that from a different game? Because I couldn't figure it out yet. Anyway, it was freebies and it looked fancy, so I figured I will just take it with me. Yes, my AP bar is full. I think even in-game my AP bar is full right now, and Moran probably gonna kill me if he hears that. Oh no, it's not full actually. Okay, everything is fine, guys. That's the calendar. I think that's looking pretty dope. That's the box. The back side, like I showed you already. The meet and greet, Rise of Kingdoms Cologne front side. I also like that they did kind of, you know, exclusive stuff, and, you know, that's just available during this event. Then also like the golden sculpture now in real life. That one is actually very nice. In this calendar, the future events noted. Sadly not, I think. Let me see. I actually haven't checked, but I think it's like... No, it's just like a calendar. I can get off a side. Wait. It's just like an empty calendar with an artwork above it. An artwork from AFK Arena. Thank you. Actually, the golden sculpture looks amazing. Let me grab it. Let's change the scenery back to full camera. So that's the golden sculpture, as bald as me. I know, right? And that's the Saladin. So let's go back to the pictures. Then there was like a mug. That one also looked pretty dope with the CC on it. Then there was like, that's a notebook where you could, you know, write in your notice or like whatever you want. Also like a pretty cool design. I also like that you can't really see that on a picture, but all that is shiny. Like when you flip it against the lights, it's all like, you know, reflecting. It's pretty well done, well made. Here is a picture from the mouse pad. But I think when I was holding it earlier, it was a bit better to see. That's the mug, the coffee mug. And here is a picture from the showcases you saw earlier, the ones behind me. And that's kind of it. So yeah, what can I say in conclusion about the event? I think, as I said before, I don't think all those gifts are needed, but obviously very appreciated. I also told them I probably think a lot of people would like to buy those things in some sort of like merch shops, you know, just to make them available. I think people kind of like goodies like that. At least I would like that. Especially if I can't attend at the event and I would like to have those things, it would be cool if I find a way to get them. But obviously also people love those things, and in general it was like a really worthy event. Yeah, I've met a lot of really cool people. Also, the event kind of gave me some sort of motivation to start streaming again. That's why you guys can see me here right now. And probably I will also stream a bit more frequent over the next days. I mean, for what such a mousepad? Where you want to move your mouse? To China? Actually, let me see. I think my current mousepad might be even bigger than this one. Let me compare that. It's actually, no, my current mousepad is even bigger than the one that I got. So yeah, there is use cases. I think actually I'm a fan of like bigger mousepads. So for me that's actually quite nice. But I have everything on it. Like I have my keyboard and my mouse on it. Like you do when you have such a big mousepad. Obviously you don't only put your mouse on it. So free to burn, hot ass. So many cuff stuff. Yeah, the cuff stuff was great. Looks more like a welcome mat. Yeah, that's right. Somehow, you know, now I can't unsee it. Did you ask when we finally can rotate the commanders so we can see them from behind? Actually, no, that wasn't on my agenda. I just had one question and I figured I will ask something more useful. I think he's talking about maybe Artemisia. I don't know. Tell us, Micha, tell us. I think he doesn't know himself, probably. So let me see my Discord. Oh yeah, I got a new. Wait, let me save image. One of the guys I've met's a pretty chill dude that I was driving with. You can call him Choppy or Maurice or however you want. Send me another picture. Let's see if I can open it. From the chain he got. Like he was one of the lucky ones getting the chain. Let me see how I can open it. I think I accidentally closed the wrong window. That's the noob mistakes when you haven't streamed for a while. But where did I save it? It's community event, the silver chain. Where is it? Here it is. View. Yep. Here is a silver chain. And as you can see here, it says Rise of Kingdoms Cologne 2023. Cologne is like German for Cologne. So that's also like, you know, limited stuff, a pretty cool chain. It's looking pretty decent, I would say. I think it's like a real silver chain. Maybe he can say something more about it. Is he still on chat? He sent me the one picture right now. Boudica, cause she has a booty. That is a nice pun, I guess, but the epic one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They did. You could drink beer there. I don't know if there was different alcohol, but there was beer for sure. And yeah, I have no clue what shot means. Like, what's wrong with Boudica Prime? Tell us. Micha, what's wrong with it? I guess nothing. I just don't have time for all those women. Yeah, you gotta be picky, not gonna lie. You can't have them all. Women's are work, right? But I think we shouldn't dive too deep into that topic. So yeah, I'm going back to my regular scenery. I could do, like those Twitch girlies walking across and like putting the stuff back to the showcase. So that's basically it. You guys got some questions regarding the event? Yeah. While you're talking about Pokemon, let me try to switch my camera. Can you see the thing above on the top left, like on that corner next to the showcase? Wait, here. That's the Pokemon badges. Actually, they haven't said that. I heard some rumors on that event that the next event should be in London. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I haven't heard that from the Lilith stuff, so actually, I don't know. I may ask and update you guys on it. But I think there is another one in America, or there was already one in America, very, like, not long ago. I was reading something about it on that post on Facebook. It's full silver according to the Javeler. Yeah, it's a stamp on it. That's cool. That's nice. And as I said, I think it's looking pretty decent with the shorting. Yeah, let us know if it worked, Maurice. It's like Pokemon, you got to collect them all. Tell them more about Arc. I think they didn't release too many infos. Basically, they just said they want to give us alternating maps, whatever that means. Probably maybe some different looking ones, I guess. They actually want to implement a more competitive mode where it's not about who spends the most, but also who plays better. An actual gold head. Oh, I forgot. They also added to the prizes 50 legendary sculptures. Like, one guy got 50 legendary sculptures on the event. I was wanting a bracelet for longer anyways. Was a perfect timing. Right, yeah, that's right. I agree that was a good timing then. And I also like the bracelet because it's not looking too nerdy. It's like looking pretty, casual, so you can wear it properly without looking, drawing too much attention on yourself. So that's pretty cool. Any more questions? Sorry, Jen, I don't have more info than that. Rock keep raining with new commanders in this way. They kill free to play. They will never keep up and face with pay to win. This was a problem before and got more painfully. I'm glad I quit. Greetings, Synod. Hey, Arya. Nice to see you here. Sorry to hear that you quit, I think. I had hoped you come back. But I would kind of disagree, I guess. I think you have to make your decisions whether you want to go for a commander or not. And I think meanwhile in the game there is a lot of ways to obtain gold heads as a free-to-play. I believe that armaments are way worse for free-to-play than the actually commander power creep, because let's be honest, if you don't go for the first commanders and you pick your like, season of conquest commanders wisely, you get like 3 good marches and then you can rock through. Like, you don't really need more and everyone can afford to max 3 pairings. It's more about, picking the right commanders in time and not going for everything. Like, you don't have to max new commanders all 2 months. Like, you have to get that out of your head. If you're not spending crazy, you're not a whale and you don't have to chase every meta. You need to focus on what you want to do. And I think especially for free to plays, filling garrisons, rallies, and open fielding is what they should do. And if you go for Nevsky Joan and I don't know, Zuge, Boudica, and Guan Scipio, which is easily obtainable throughout time without spending, then you're good to go. Like, you will rock on KBK only with those 3 marches already. Free to play like me, Scipio Leo. Yeah, I think my chat is actually bugging right now. I see it on screen, but not in the chat. Let me see what's going on there. Oh no, it's. Do you need the Nintendo Switch in the background? I wanna start training Pokemon. I even have one here. Cube. Everything ready, man? Let me know when you wanna challenge me. To be honest, if you time it right, you should be able to keep up. I agree with what Maurice said. I think the game is actually. I mean, I wouldn't call it free to play friendly, but I would say you can definitely play this game as a free to play without having like too big of a disadvantage, and especially if you're willing to, let's say, spend 10 to 15 euro a month, you can keep up easily. You won't be like, the 200 million plus kills a KVK whale, but you will definitely do well. On top, nope. Yep, Pirelli and Garrison on top. No, I agree. Free to play like me. Yeah, Mike. Skippy and Leo, that's exciting. So you have two Switch? No, I just have one. That in the showcase is just a box from It's a Package, because my Switch is at the moment unpacked here. But once there is a new console, my Switch will go into the showcase and the new console will be here. What kind of stuff you're planning to focus on in your streams? Actually, I wanted to do some, changes on that. In the past, when I started YouTube, my main intention was I wanted to do different content. Like I don't want to be, the 1,000 streamer just, covering KVK and blah blah blah, hanging around and doing what everyone else does. But I figured I want to do some sort of like casual content just to keep to stay in the loop, and also like some more detailed content, like for example the auxiliary sheets we created, or the armament breakdown, like videos that gives the community some sort of infos in a very short time frame so people can actually learn from that and advance their accounts. But my problem is I need some sort of like regular schedule, I would say, to stay in the loop. So I figured I will do something like, KVK content could be a thing, or like, I don't know, doing Ceroli together or whatever, like some sort of chill content where I just turn on the stream. Maybe some of you guys want to join. And play with us together in those events, or like comment on anything together, because I'm a friend of like conversations, and sometimes it's very hard for me to just sit here and talk for like 1 hour straight, because there is no response. I mean, I'm reading the chat and I can talk to you guys, but I also would appreciate to have like a guest speaker, because that makes it a bit more comfortable for me to keep talking. And I figured that there is a lack of KVK coverage lately, but I think that's a new problem. I don't think that's been like this I think in the past there were a lot of people covering KVKs, but that maybe isn't the case anymore. I don't know. Maybe I will look into it. But as I said, I want to do some more chill content in which I don't have to put in a lot of effort to prepare it, just to stay in the loop and having some sort of content frequently. And then there will be like, chill content, which is kind of marked as it, where we just hang around and have fun. And there will be like content dedicated towards certain topics, where I want to just inform you guys about how you can progress your accounts ideally, in my opinion, and what I would recommend you in order to proceed your accounts. I wish we had 1,000 streamers. It doesn't feel like we have. Yep, that's what I answered on. You consider about maybe to do a rock reaction content. Can you specify what you mean, Finn? And when you have time for that? That's a good question. That's the main issue, I would say, man. Lilith intends to improve KVK matchmaking. They said they will, not on the event, but in general. But I heard on the event from some of the people who've been there, that apparently they are doing the matchmaking handpicked, and if their picked matchmaking is giving us those KVKs, if that's actually the case, we won't see any improvements anytime soon. Let's be honest. I think Lilith made a significant in matchmaking. A lot of the latest KVKs have been very hyped. agree for us, but I think that was probably more lucky and also more, you know, like we had a lot of kingdoms in a similar brackets that signed together. But overall, there hasn't been too many good KVKs. If you consider how many Boomer KVKs have been there, we were just lucky to not be in one of them. And yep, there is always derps. I can be a guest speaker, no problem. Yeah, you're invited, Micha. We can do that. We can sing together in the next stream. Oh man, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. So you will lead his stream into the death. Yeah, he can close the one. I would love to show you guys the Pokemon badges, but I think I can't. Let me try something. Does that work? I can take a picture and just share it here, I guess. Or just... I can just hold it on the screen. You see it? That's like all the first, I don't know, 8 generations, I think, as badges. They look actually pretty nice. Like, that's all real badges, like not a picture or anything, but all, yeah, custom badges. Reacting maybe on other videos of content creators was an idea by Schatten. I'm actually not sure if that's, you know, cool content, is it? I mean, basically it would probably end up in some sort of roasting compilation, and I'm not sure if I want to do that on stream. I quit frustrated by the fat campmate kingdom. Oh man, that's sad, Arya, but that's how it is. We allied 101 this KVK and it wasn't fun at all. But we did it on purpose to have a tougher matchup. Dude, you have to train your legs too. Man, I always skip leg days. In Germany we say, ich trainiere Beine nicht, weil du sie im Club nicht siehst. I think you know what that means. So any other questions, especially regarding my stream, the next streams, or the event? In KitKat you see next to, okay. Okay. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Your training is paying off. Nice booty. Thanks, man. Giving everything. Maybe next stream, maybe stream next time our game night. Actually, that's a cool idea. I don't know if people would like to be on stream. I guess we have to figure that out. But I think, you know, streaming some sort of like Among Us or stuff, that would be hella fun, or Fall Guys or whatever. That's actually a good idea. We could also do some sort of like, you know, game nights on the stream, like, you know, a YouTube games night. So everyone from 903 obviously is invited, and people from the stream can also join in. You can mute Discord if people have problems with that. But I think it's quite, you know, shitty if I just talk to people on Discord. And yeah, you know, you only hear half of the conversation. So it should be people who don't mind being on stream with their voices. Just make a stream for Shatten's next push lead. Yeah, that would be great content. How to get rid of, like, you know, a couple players of your alliance. How to make space. We starting playing Valheim tonight. Me, Finn, and you can join. I will check on it later. I mean, I will be on Discord after that stream, so we can talk about it. Finally, I can live longer. Nice. The names don't have to be out there, just the voice. Lol. Yeah, but I think even some people have a problem with that, so I would like to, you know, I prefer to ask people for it before I drop stuff. I also paid attention that I only dropped stuff that people kind of dropped publics themselves already on several Discords, pages, etc. Because, you know, some people are very sensitive about being online, which is, I guess, a good thing. And yeah, I don't want to be the one screwing them up if they try to kind of hide their identity or whatever. So, with that being said, I think I will end that stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It was really nice. And yeah, see you again. By the way, did I stop the music earlier? Oh yeah, I did. RIP. No one said anything. So you guys were just listening to my voice for the whole time? Damn. You like to suffer, right? Don't you? Anyway, see you around, guys. You're welcome, Marek. If you figure out better questions next time, I will try to answer them. Peace.